We saw a younger backline, but we saw an entirely reinvigorated, extremely youthful, we're talking teenagers, 18, 19, 20, in that midfield today. And my overall feeling is really, really positive. The ball movement looked really good, and we got some sauce back. We got some back
So
heels and flicks
much
and fluid
sauce.
movement. Jess, what was your overall full match reaction to this squad?
I love that you touched on this midfield because when you really observe the game of football, you're watching players, that's me. I'm very observing now that I am on the other side of the line. I'm no longer a player. Now I do media now for the game. And so now I have to break down, watch these players' movements as if I'm going to be watching film later almost. That's how it feels. And so what stood out to me the most, and I was so pumped today, so juiced, and I'm so happy you touched on them, was this young midfield. I mean, just the pizzazz, the ball movement, the no look passes, the disguise passes. Lily Johannes is looking this way. She's passing the ball that way. And my goodness, that girl's hips are unbelievable because her disguise pass, just to switch the point of attack. That's how much I love this game. Just something as simple as switching the point of attack on your opposite foot from the other way that you're going. I'm like, this girl is so impressive. It's like she has eyeballs at like every trajectory around her because she's dropping dimes. And then you sprinkle a little bit of Moultrie, and then you sprinkle a little bit of Claire Hutton, who goes through these tackles so hard. And I'm like, this girl is tenacious. But just looking at this midfield, man, I was so pumped. And I was pumped to see that starting lineup, and I was pumped to see what this midfield can do together because we're talking about young women, not only that, who are hungry, not only that, but who are trying to prove themselves to make the World Cup squad as well. So when you're coming into a game like this, you're getting one of your first starts. You don't have as much experience, but you're out there to prove yourself. And that's exactly what happened today. And that's the most exciting feeling about sports when you see some of these underdogs getting some playing time and they show you their talents. That's exactly what we saw today from this midfield today.
Just looking back at the last match against Portugal, I think the key takeaway there was, they weren't able to one, maintain the style that Emma Hayes wants to see, right? They weren't able to control tempo or the game. They weren't stringing together passes like we know the US women's national team can, to the point that this match, heading into it, people are counting how many consecutive passes in a sequence, by decree qualifies as control. We didn't see that this game. We saw a fairly well-composed team coming up against a Portugal side that does have some really incisive players that are dangerous in a lot of positions, and we saw a lot of those fireworks very early on in this match. We saw the bulk of the goals happen within the first 10 minutes, and we know for the US now, this is a series of matches in which they've managed to score goals very, very early on. This two-pack here of Portugal matches with Rose Lavelle's goal, and then Olivia Moultrie, who we absolutely have to dive deep on because this is a player that we've had a front row seat in seeing both develop for club and also country, but seemingly take massive, massive leaps more recently in a smaller amount of time. Now, goal scoring, Jess. You know how to get the job done. It seems like sometimes this US women's national team kind of approach attack the same way that I handle wings, where just they leave meat on the bone. But I think we're starting to see some more very, very polished, incisive line breaking passing. Again, a little bit more sus, but Olivia Moultrie specifically from a creation point and finishing, even when it maybe doesn't look like she got like a full boot on a ball, um, her direction and composure in getting these balls off and also finishing. This is your arena, Jess. What do you see in terms of what she's refined? Because we know she's worked with Rob Gale more closely in recent months. She seems to be scoring goals only in two packs now, right? Like these braces that she's just coming up with, like, no, 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 it's two or nothing. I don't want them. What is the holistic that you see as somebody that knows goals better than almost anybody else, world class?
You know what? There are certain aspects to Olivia Moultrie's game that she brings onto the pitch that not all players do. And let me go ahead and break down one of her goals. Lily Johannes dinks a ball over the back line into the front foot of Olivia Moultrie. Moultrie volleys it into the box. It bounces out. Okay. Olivia Moultrie is coming from like outside the half space a little bit from that cross. And she continues her run inside and finishes it on a volley first time. Is just brilliant and just simple movement, crashing the box, assuming the ball's just going to come at your feet. That's a little bit of Olivia Moultrie's game that she has gained completely playing under Rob Gale, and you're seeing it here at the international level as well. Now, let's talk about her other goal coming from Jaden Shaw. Jaden Shaw, she holds the ball up. Her first touch goes to the outside, and then she does a no look back heel into the run of Olivia Moultrie coming in deep. She's coming in deep, and she had such a small pocket of space to finish this ball. Okay, she takes the perfect touch inside this little tiny space that she did not have much space to get a shot off, but she takes a perfect touch right onto her left pegger. And kids, if you watch this game today and you saw Olivia Moultrie's goal, you don't always have to use power. All she used was just precision and composure. And she just passed it right on in with her laces into that far post. Those are the little things that Olivia Moultrie has gained and that she has brought to her game at the international level and also for club as well. And I mean, just a magician with the ball as well. I love her and Lily's connection. And mind you, they're so young. Lily being 18 and then Olivia Moultrie, what, just turned 20? My
Yep.
goodness, I feel like I've been watching her grow up, like she's my child. I'm like, my
I'm
baby
like,
growing
you
up
kind
so
of have,
fast.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yes.
just prom, and now what? No, it really is kind of revelatory in terms of the strides in such a tight amount of time. But yeah, that goal in particular, just I started writing down notes like they were cryptic because it was just like, my God, the way that she can turn her body in such tight space to manage to slot that ball literally as far over as that post without going right beyond it was so surgical that Patricia Moresh, you see right beyond her gloves. She knew exactly where she had to hit it with limited room to do anything else.